Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Made Easy, the podcast where we take the most confusing parts of English and make them simple, clear, and fun. I am so happy you are here with us today.
And we really mean that. Whether you are listening while cooking, commuting, exercising, or just relaxing on your sofa, we are glad you chose to spend this time with us.
Today's episode is one that so many of you have been requesting for a long time. We have received so many messages and comments asking us to talk about this topic.
Yes, and the topic is prepositions, specifically two of the most used and most confused prepositions in the English language, in and on.
Now, before anyone clicks away thinking, "Oh no, grammar lesson, boring," please stay with us, because today we are not going to give you a boring grammar lecture.
Absolutely not. We are going to have a real conversation. We are going to give you examples from everyday life. We are going to talk about the mistakes that even intermediate learners make. And most importantly, we are going to help you feel confident using in and on in your daily English.
So let's start from the very beginning. Mary, if someone came up to you on the street and said, "Hey, can you explain in and on to me in one sentence?" what would you say?
Okay, that is a great question. If I had to say it in the simplest way possible, I would say this. In is for things that are inside something, and on is for things that are on top of or touching the surface of something.
Perfect. That is actually a really good starting point. Let's break that down with some examples right away so our listeners can connect with this immediately.
Sure. So think about a box. If you put your phone inside the box, your phone is in the box. The phone is surrounded by the box. It is enclosed.
And if you put your phone on top of the box, your phone is on the box. It is resting on the surface and it's touching the top of the box, but it is not inside it.
Exactly. So in means enclosed, surrounded, or inside something, and on means touching a surface, resting on top of something.
Now, this sounds very simple when we're talking about a box and a phone, but English is not always that simple, is it?
No, it is definitely not always that simple. And that's exactly why so many learners get confused. Because in and on are used in many different situations, not just for objects and physical spaces.
Right. We use them for time, for places, for transportation, for technology, for body parts, for streets, for media. The list goes on and on.
So, let's go through each area one by one. Let's start with the most common one, location and place.
Great. So, when we talk about location, we said in is for things that are inside or enclosed. Think of rooms, buildings, cities, countries, and enclosed spaces.
For example, I am in the kitchen. She is in the office. They live in Paris. We were born in India. He is sitting in the car.
Wait, in the car? That's interesting because the car has walls around you, right? You're enclosed inside the car, so we say in the car.
Exactly. But here's where it gets a little tricky. We say in the car, I am in the taxi, but we say on the bus, on the train, on the plane, on the subway, on the boat, on the ship.
And what about a bicycle or a motorcycle?
Good one. We say on the bicycle and on the motorcycle because you are sitting on top of it. You are not enclosed by anything. You are just resting on the surface of the seat.
So we say she is riding on her bicycle. He is on his motorcycle. They are on horseback even.
Right. On horseback, not in horseback, because you are literally sitting on top of the horse.
Okay, so let's move to another area, time. This is another place where in and on get used a lot and where learners often make mistakes.
Yes, and time is actually quite logical once you see the pattern. So let's go through it. We use in for longer, bigger periods of time, and on for specific days and dates.
Let me give examples. We say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, in January, in February, in summer, in winter, in spring, in autumn, in 2024, in the 1990s, in the 20th century.
So you can see, in is for parts of the day, months, seasons, years, decades, centuries. These are all bigger chunks of time.
And on is for specific days and dates. So we say on Monday, on Tuesday, on the weekend. Actually, wait, this one is different in British and American English.
Oh yes, great point. In American English, people say on the weekend, but in British English, people say at the weekend. So this is one of those cases where learners might hear both and get confused.
But for most other days, both British and American English agree. We say on Monday, on my birthday, on Christmas Day, on the 5th of March, on New Year's Eve.
So the trick for time is bigger time periods use in, specific days and dates use on.
Now let's talk about a mistake that so many beginners make, and it is about parts of the day.
Ah, yes. So we just said we use in for parts of the day, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. But what about night?
Right. We do not say in the night in most situations. We say at night. This is an exception, and it trips up so many learners.
So let us be very clear. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but at night. Not in night, not on night, at night.
At night is just one of those things you have to remember. English has some fixed expressions, and at night is one of them.
Okay, let's move on to another really important area, surfaces and floors.
Yes, so on is used when something is touching a flat surface. The book is on the table. The picture is on the wall. The carpet is on the floor. The sticker is on the window.
And this makes sense, right? The table has a flat surface. The book is resting on that surface, so we say on.
What about floors of a building, like if you live in an apartment building?
Okay, so this is actually different in British and American English again. In British English, the ground floor is the bottom floor, and then you go up to the first floor, second floor, and so on. In American English, the ground floor is the first floor.
But regardless of the numbering system, we always use on for floors of a building. She lives on the 3rd floor. The restaurant is on the 2nd floor. My office is on the 5th floor.
On the floor, on the ground, on the ceiling, these all use on because these are all surfaces.
Wait, on the ceiling? That sounds funny. Who is on the ceiling?
Well, think about a spider. The spider is on the ceiling. Or a light fixture. The light is on the ceiling. The paint is on the ceiling. It is still a surface, just above you.
That makes sense. Okay, now let's talk about something that learners in the intermediate level often struggle with. In and on with media and technology.
This is such a relevant topic today because we use so much technology and media in our daily lives. So let's go through the most common ones.
Okay, television. We say on television, on TV. The movie is on TV tonight. She appeared on the news. He is on a talk show.
Because you think of the TV as a screen, a surface. The content is displayed on that surface. So we say on TV, on the screen.
What about the internet?
We say on the internet, on the web, on a website. I found this information on the internet. I saw your photo on the website. She has a shop on Etsy.
And social media?
Also on. I posted something on Instagram. She is very active on Facebook. He has a lot of followers on Twitter. We are on YouTube.
And what about the radio?
On the radio. I heard that song on the radio. There's a great program on the radio tonight.
Okay, so it seems like most media and technology use on. Is there anything that uses in?
Yes, we say in a newspaper, in a magazine, in a book, in a journal, because these are physical objects and the content is inside them. You open the pages and look inside.
Ah, that is such a clear way to think about it. If you can hold it and open it and the content is printed inside, use in. If it's a screen or broadcast, use on.
So I read it in the newspaper. I saw it in the magazine. I found the recipe in the book. But I watched it on TV. I read it on the website. I heard it on the radio.
Perfect. Now let's talk about streets and addresses because this is another place where learners often feel unsure.
Yes. So when we talk about streets and roads, we use on. She lives on Baker Street. The coffee shop is on Fifth Avenue. Turn left and it will be on your right side. There was an accident on the highway.
And what about when we say the actual address with a specific number?
Then we use at. I live at 22 Baker Street. The office is at 100 Main Street. At is used for the specific full address. On is used for the general street.
So, the bank is on Oak Street, but the bank is at 47 Oak Street. That's a subtle but important difference.
Exactly. And what about cities, countries, regions?
We use in. I live in London. She grew up in Brazil. He is traveling in Southeast Asia. They are in the countryside. We are in the city center.
And smaller, specific locations like a corner or intersection?
We say on the corner. The pharmacy is on the corner of 5th Street and Madison Avenue, at the intersection.
Great. Now let's talk about body and health, because in and on come up here too, and this confuses many learners.
Yes, so generally for body parts, we use in or on depending on what makes sense physically.
We say she has a pain in her back. He has a fly in his eye. She felt a sting in her arm. These are things that are felt inside the body.
But we say he has a tattoo on his arm. She has a bruise on her leg. There is a cut on his hand. These are things that are on the surface of the skin or body.
So, in for internal sensations or things going into the body, on for things on the surface of the skin or body.
Okay, now let's talk about some really common mistakes. These are errors that learners make again and again, and if you can avoid these, your English will sound so much more natural.
Yes, let's go through them one by one. Mistake number 1, saying in the TV or in the radio.
This is extremely common. People say I saw it in the TV, but the correct way is on TV or on television. The TV is a screen, a surface. The content is displayed on it.
Mistake number 2, saying on the car instead of in the car.
Yes, I left my bag on the car. That means your bag is sitting on top of the car, on the roof. You probably mean your bag is inside the car. So say, I left my bag in the car.
Mistake number 3, mixing up in and on with days and times.
Like saying, I will call you in Monday. The correct version is on Monday. Or saying I was born on 1995. The correct version is in 1995.
Mistake number 4, using on with months or years.
Yes, on January is wrong. On 2020 is wrong. We say in January, in 2020. On is for specific days and dates, not months or years.
Mistake number 5, saying something like, he is in the bus or she is in the train.
Right. Remember, for public transport that is large enough to walk around in, we use on. He is on the bus, she is on the train.
Mistake number 6, forgetting that we say in the morning, in the afternoon, but at night.
This one is just a fixed expression in English. At night. Not on night, not in night, at night.
Okay, let's now do a fun little quiz section. I am going to say a sentence and leave a blank, and you, our listeners, should try to fill in the gap with either in or on. Then James will give you the answer.
Great idea. Get ready, everyone. Try to answer before I give the correct answer. Here we go.
Number 1. The keys are blank the drawer.
The answer is in. The keys are in the drawer. The drawer is an enclosed space.
Number 2. She put the vase blank the table.
The answer is on. She put the vase on the table. The table is a flat surface.
Number 3. I was born blank July.
The answer is in. I was born in July. July is a month, a bigger period, so we use in.
Number 4. We met blank a Tuesday afternoon.
The answer is on. We met on a Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday is a specific day, so we use on.
Number 5. He left his umbrella blank the bus.
The answer is on. He left his umbrella on the bus. We use on for buses.
Number 6. There is a beautiful painting blank the wall.
The answer is on. There is a beautiful painting on the wall. The wall is a surface.
Number 7. She is blank the phone right now.
The answer is on. She is on the phone. This is a fixed expression in English. We say on the phone, not in the phone.
Number 8. I read about it blank the newspaper.
The answer is in. I read about it in the newspaper. The newspaper is a physical object. The content is printed inside it.
Number 9. They live blank the 4th floor.
The answer is on. They live on the 4th floor. Floors of a building always use on.
And number 10. We arrived blank London blank a cold morning blank December.
Okay, 3 blanks in one sentence. Let's go through it. We arrived in London because London is a city. On a cold morning because morning is here being treated as a specific type of day experience. In December because December is a month. So the full sentence is, we arrived in London on a cold morning in December.
Wonderful! How did you do, everyone? Don't worry if you got some wrong. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes.
And this brings us to the most important part of today's episode. How do you actually get better at this? How do you build real confidence using in and on?
This is what we really want to leave you with. Because knowing the rules is only half the battle. The other half is using them until they feel natural.
So, here's our advice. First, do not try to memorize every rule in one day. That will just confuse and overwhelm you. Focus on one category at a time. Today, practice in and on with places. Tomorrow, practice with time. The day after, practice with transportation.
Number 2, read in English every day, even just 5 minutes. When you see in or on in a sentence, pause and ask yourself, why is that preposition used here? What is the logic? Over time, your brain will start to absorb the patterns.
Number 3, speak and write every day. Don't just study passively. Use the words, make your own sentences, write in a journal. Talk to yourself in English if you have no partner. Record yourself.
Number 4, do not be afraid to make mistakes. Every single person learning a language makes mistakes. Even native English speakers sometimes use the wrong preposition. Mistakes are how you learn. When you make a mistake, correct it. Understand why and move on.
Number 5, listen to English content like podcasts, shows, interviews. When you hear in or on being used, notice it. Your ear will start to pick up the natural patterns.
And number 6, be patient with yourself. Language learning is not a race. You are doing something amazing by choosing to learn English and improve. Every day you practice, you are getting better, even if it doesn't always feel that way.
We believe in every single one of you listening to this right now. You have already taken a big step by choosing to learn and improve your English today.
And remember, the goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to be understood and to communicate with confidence. And you are on your way there.
So let's do a quick summary of everything we covered today. In is used for enclosed spaces, inside things, cities, countries, rooms. In is used for longer time periods like months, years, seasons, and parts of the day, morning, afternoon, and evening. In is used for things inside physical objects like books, newspapers, and magazines.
On is used for surfaces, tables, walls, floors, ceilings. On is used for specific days and dates. On is used for screens and broadcasts, TV, radio, the internet, social media. On is used for larger vehicles like buses, trains, planes. On is used for streets and roads. And remember, at night is a fixed expression, and at is used for specific full addresses.
And the most common mistakes to avoid. Don't say in the TV, don't say on the car when you mean inside it, don't say in Monday or on July, and don't say in the bus.
If you walk away from this episode remembering just a few of those things and practicing them every single day, you will see a real improvement in your English very quickly.
Thank you so much for being with us today. This was such a fun episode to make because we know this topic really helps people feel more confident in their everyday English.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend who is learning English. Leave us a comment telling us how many questions you got right in our quiz, and let us know what topic you want us to cover next.
We love hearing from you. Your messages and feedback keep us going and remind us why we do this.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. You are doing better than you think.
Take care, everyone. See you in the next episode.